All right, dependents, penalties, first-time home buyer considerations. We know that a lot of you have already started filing your taxes. Gold star for you, by the way, if you're already getting into that here at the beginning of February. We know that a lot of folks, though, still have a lot of questions on different topics, and so we've been asking you to send us some of those questions, and today we've got some answers for you. Joining us live in studio today is Donovan Miller. He's a certified public accountant and senior tax manager at Whitley Penn. He's also chair-elect of Tax CPA Dallas. Congratulations on that, by the way.
Thank you. Thank you.
So let's get to some of these questions. First of all, before we get into the first question, is it busy yet for you all, or does that kind of come a little bit later?
It's starting to get busy now that people have begun receiving their 1099s and W-2s, then they're starting to reach out to us with their initial questions, and we're getting started with their returns.
Okay, so the season is underway once again. Let's get to the first question that we got from a viewer asking. They said, I've got a 17-year-old who just got his first job last year. Do I include his W-2 on my tax return this year since he is a minor and a dependent, or does he do his own? I think a lot of people get caught on that when their kid gets a job.
Yeah, and there's really several questions that are happening here. The dependent question, so if they're under 19 and they're living with you for more than 6 months out of the year and you're providing more than half their support, then they would be a dependent. Their filing requirements for a dependent would be if they make over $1,250 in investment income, which would be interest and dividends, or if they earned income, which in this case would be that W-2, of more than $13,850.
In a lot of cases, if you have like a high school student who's got a job, they're not going to hit that threshold and don't even need to file a return of their own.
Correct. They would not need to file, but some people want to go ahead and file because if they've had income tax withheld, they're able to get a refund for that.
Right. Very good catch there. See, that's why we bring in experts. Let's get to the next question today. This one says, I'm receiving Social Security now. If I work part-time, how much can I earn without getting penalized? So it's somebody who's trying to hit that sweet spot there.
Yeah, most people, you can start drawing Social Security at 62, but if you've not met your full retirement age, and that's kind of a rolling depending on when you're born. So I tell people, go to the Social Security website, ssa.gov, and check out what your full retirement age is. If you've not met that age, then if you're making more than a little over $22,000, and these numbers change, and in the year that you hit the full retirement age, if you're making more than about $60,000, then they will start clawing back some of your benefit.
Okay, so that's a good threshold, though, about $60,000 in the year that you actually are eligible.
That you meet full retirement. Otherwise, people are looking more at $22,000.
Okay, good to know. Let's talk about first-time home buyers because we have some of those, even though the market has been pretty difficult for them here in North Texas over the last year or so. We had a question come in from someone who said, my husband and I bought our first house. Is there still a credit for buying your first home?
Well, there was a credit back in 2008 in the housing crisis. That credit lapsed in 2010. Now it's been reintroduced as legislation. It's sitting in Congress right now, so there currently isn't. People that own homes should be thinking about their mortgage interest deduction, which will allow them to deduct the interest on up to $750,000 of mortgage indebtedness, and also their real estate taxes.
And there's a cap on that now, of course, that we've seen over the past several years. So you may not get the full bang for your buck on that, like you may have 6, 7, 8 years ago. So just be on the lookout for that, especially if you're a first-time home buyer and you're thinking, well, why didn't that affect my taxes as much as I thought it might? Let's get to one more here in this half hour. What resources are available to taxpayers? Someone asks. I think a lot of people do this where they're searching around and just looking for something that can help them answer questions. What do you tell them?
Yeah, well, at the TXCPA, one of the programs that they have available is Find a Texas CPA. So that's actually the website, findatxcpa.org, and they will allow you to enter some information about what you're needing, and they can send you to a certified public accountant. The IRS is actually a great resource. You can sign up for an online account that will allow you to get tax transcripts, look at tax notices, and just do a lot of things that a lot of self-service items that you can take care of on your own.
You know, the IRS has been made out to be this big bad guy over the years, but in reality, you can find a lot of helpful information there, and it's not something to be afraid of. Again, though, if you feel like you're getting in pretty deep and you do need some expert help, a certified public accountant is a good idea. The website again for that, for people?
You can do findatxcpa.org.
Very nice. Donovan Miller, a certified public accountant and senior tax manager at Whitley Penn. Thanks for the info. We're going to